Listen for me in a violin. Listen for me when the knife is turning. Listen for me when the world is burning. Babe, would you listen for me?
Welcome to another Paint With Me video. I recently finished the third piece for my Freedom painting series, and this piece is called Unbound and Free to Be Me. This piece is really personal because it was inspired from the time when I decided to quit my job. When people asked me where I would be moving to, I said I'll be chasing my dream of building my art studio business. It was such a liberating feeling to say it out loud finally. Suddenly, the weight of holding two identities dropped. I was no longer a corporate girly. By voicing out my dream, I felt free. Now, it's been nearly 2 months of quitting my 9-to-5. The first month started out being very exciting. I settled into my new routine and I thought of my goals for the year. I thought I was very clear until I started to take action. I've listened to so many podcasts from entrepreneurs and creatives who have started their own businesses and became successful. But honestly, there is no better way to learn than experiencing it. This month has been full of challenges. I feel like that happens when you start to take real action. You get feedback, and these feedbacks give us the opportunity to learn and to adapt. I always want certainty in my life, but I'm learning that being in this game of creative entrepreneurship means I have to get comfortable with not knowing the full outcome of my decisions. Feeling uncomfortable, but moving forward anyway, has been tough. These experiences of feedback and learning how to adjust has felt so raw. I'm a sensitive person, so I'm really learning how to put my big girl pants on and find confidence in my own decision-making process. One example is, now that I have the time to regularly dedicate to my paintings, I soon realized that I was struggling. I've always been confident in my intuitive way of working, but there were things related to my process like using a projector or painting faces or always planning my work with the iPad felt limiting. There's nothing wrong with doing any of these things, but I felt like I could really expand the tools and techniques I can use, so I can create better paintings that really matched my vision of the level of storytelling that I want to do. With paintings, I felt confident to sell and market. So I had two choices. Either continue to teach myself how to paint and sketch by experimenting and keep developing my voice as an artist, or I fully commit to an online art program that would take me at least 1 year to complete. I was afraid that attending an art program would affect my innocence of the initial artist voice I felt like I was developing. I didn't want to be influenced by any school of thought. But at the same time, I've been feeling like I wanted to improve for a while now, but I didn't know how. I knew that upskilling myself in an intentional way would just help me become an even better visual storyteller. I could keep experimenting, or I could take a chance on learning.
At the end of my bed, in the palm tree lightning, it was nothing you did, I just felt my low lightning. Now we talk all the time, it's a little one-sided, always one step ahead, and I'm running behind you.
I really want to create beautiful videos that show my paintings as foundations to stories of transformation, possibility, hope, and love. But I'm not there yet, and that was really a hard thing to admit to myself. Quitting my job was not the end of the story. In fact, I realized quitting was only the beginning of everything else that is to come along this creative entrepreneurship. I went back and forth because taking an art program would cost me yet more time and more money to my dream. A part of me felt really impatient. I wanted to be at the stage where I was already selling my work around the world. Now that there was no regular income for me to fall back on, everything felt like there was an even bigger stake, including this investment. This uncertainty and fearful thoughts kept me anxious and indecisive for a whole week. I decided to talk with my partner, my sister, and my mom, which by the way was really helpful. If you're in the beginning stages of your entrepreneurship journey, make sure you have good people around you, people who are willing to be honest and not just give you an answer that you want to hear. At the end of the day, you don't have to listen to every word they say. It's just good to have a trusted person, at least to bounce some ideas off. And this was when my sister said this: you may not know what will happen in the future, how your plans will turn out, but right now, you can only make your decisions based on the knowledge and information that you have and what you can see in front of you. Making your best guess will be the best decision to go forward instead of staying stuck with fear. That was when a light bulb inside me switched on. I wanted so much to control my own creative process when, at this stage, it was important to build some strong foundations. I needed accountability. I needed to simplify my way of doing things, and I needed to put my ego aside to learn new things for the betterment of my artistic process in the future. When you start your own business, I feel like these sorts of experiences are the best things that you can learn. It's been 14 years since I was in an art class. It's been 8 years since I was back in education. But here I am at 32, feeling ready to learn again. It's not that the anxieties and the fears of the unknown have completely disappeared, but something I realized was that whilst my days may feel eternal, I am actually not guaranteed a tomorrow. We all aren't guaranteed. I only have today. I have this moment to decide whether or not I want to take action. My mind might project way forward into the future, but these projections are not currently what is real. What is most real is this moment, not in my future. So, I'll do my best to take you along this journey with me. Stay tuned. I'll see you next time.